Hi, I'm James, and today we're going to show you how to make the best baby back ribs ever. When summer rolls around, there's nothing more satisfying than a rack of baby back ribs. This recipe is very flavorful and easy to prepare. This recipe is made with baby back ribs instead of spare ribs. They're going to be leaner, they're going to have a lot of meat to them, but they're still going to be very, very tender. When you're shopping for baby back ribs, make sure they're pinkish and red in color and not pale. You're also going to want to make sure that there's a lot of really good marbling throughout. In most cases, there's going to be a thin membrane on the back side of the ribs. If you turn the rack over, you'll see the ribs and you're not going to be able to tell where the membrane is. The easiest way to do this is take a paring knife and score at the smaller end of the ribs. And then pry up that membrane just a little bit and then grab it with some paper towel. The paper towel is going to give you enough stability to help pull the rest of the membrane off. It's not mandatory to take the membrane off, but you're really going to want to do this because when that membrane cooks, it gets tough and chewy. Also, it's going to stop the marinade from flowing into the meat, so if you remove that, you're going to get the marinade going throughout the entire rack. Speaking of marinade, that's what makes this recipe really shine. This marinade is really flavorful because it's got soy sauce, cider vinegar, olive oil, and garlic, which is really going to penetrate the meat. You're going to want to plan ahead because this marinade needs at least 8 hours or overnight. After the ribs come out of the marinade, we're going to take them to the next level by adding a spice rub. We start with some sugar, add paprika, chili powder, pepper, and garlic powder. We also add just a dash of cayenne pepper. Now, if you're afraid of heat, don't skip this. It just adds a little bit of a bite, but the sugar is going to balance it out nicely. For the most tender ribs, we're going to cook them low and slow over indirect heat, about 30 minutes per side. The low heat allows the connective tissues in the ribs to dissolve so they're juicy and delicate instead of tough and chewy. To help keep the ribs nice and moist and also add another layer of flavor, I like to baste with some of the reserved marinade. If you have a favorite barbecue sauce, you're more than welcome to use that as well. How you'll know the ribs are ready to come off the grill is if you take a wooden skewer and stick it in the meat between the ribs. If it goes in without any resistance, you're done. You'll also see that the meat is pulling back from the ends of the bones, just like we have here. And if your meat is already falling off the bone, I hate to tell you, but your ribs are already overcooked. As you see, there's not a lot of work to these ribs, but there is a lot of flavor. All you need is a little time and a little planning, and you too can have the best baby back ribs ever.